Okay, let's get into your reading, Libra. I need you to pay attention to every single word that comes out of this reading because the cards are doing something unusual today. They are not predicting. They are not suggesting. They are warning. There is a difference between a card that says, here is what might happen, and a card that says, here is what is already happening, and you need to know about it now. This is the second kind. Someone is looking for you, not casually, not in the, oh, I wonder what they are up to way, with intention, focused, deliberate, calculated intention. This person has you on their mind, and they have a specific reason for seeking you out. Now, I am not going to tell you whether that intention is good or bad before the cards reveal it, because Spirit wants you to hear the full story, not a piece of it, not a filtered version, the whole raw truth. Because what you do with this information could protect you, or it could open a door that changes your life. It depends on what the cards say. And right now, the cards are saying a lot. So let me shuffle this deck. I am calling in your protectors, your guides, your ancestors, who see threats before they reach you and blessings before they arrive. Show us who this person is. Show us what they want, and show us what we need to do about it. All right. Let me pull the first card. The Moon. The card of hidden motives, of things not being what they appear to be, of energy moving in the dark where you cannot see it. Two towers, a wolf and a dog howling, a crayfish crawling up from murky water. Spirit opening with the moon tells me immediately that whoever is looking for you is not being fully transparent about their intentions. There is something beneath the surface, something they are not saying, something they are keeping hidden behind a smile, or behind casual conversation, or behind the excuse they plan to use when they make contact. The moon tells me this person has been thinking about you for longer than you know, studying your movements, watching your patterns, paying attention to where you go, who you talk to, and how you live your life. Not necessarily in a stalking way, but in a strategic way. They are gathering information, building a picture of you in their mind, preparing an approach that is designed to work. The moon says their first contact with you will feel natural, like a coincidence, like they just happen to be in the right place at the right time. But it is not a coincidence. They planned it. Or they are planning it right now. As you listen to this, Spirit wants you aware, not paranoid, aware. Because awareness is the difference between being caught off guard and being prepared. Let me pull the next card. The Seven of Swords. Now this card raises the alert level. The Seven of Swords is the card of hidden agendas, sneaky behavior, and someone approaching with motives they do not disclose. A figure tiptoes away from a camp, carrying stolen swords, looking over their shoulder. Spirit is telling me that the person looking for you has an agenda. They want something specific, and the way they plan to get it is not by asking directly. It is by positioning themselves close to you first, building trust, building familiarity, creating a sense of comfort, so that when they make their move, you do not see it for what it really is. Now, I need to be careful here because Spirit has not told me yet whether this intention is harmful or simply self-serving. There is a difference. Some people approach with hidden motives that are genuinely dangerous, and some people approach with hidden motives that are simply selfish. The next cards will clarify which one this is, but the warning stands. Someone is coming. They want something, and they are not planning to be upfront about it. Your job right now is to stay alert, watch who enters your space, and trust nothing at face value until these cards show you the full picture. All right, the warning has been issued, and now Spirit is going deeper into who this person is and what exactly they are looking for. The Moon revealed hidden motives, and the Seven of Swords confirmed a strategic approach with an undisclosed agenda. Now let's find out what they actually want and whether this is danger or simply deception. Let me pull the next card. The King of Swords reversed. Now this tells me a lot. The King of Swords upright is a figure of authority, intelligent, fair, someone who uses logic and truth as their weapons. But reversed, this is someone who uses intelligence for manipulation. Someone who is sharp-minded but morally flexible. Someone who knows exactly what to say to get what they want. Spirit is telling me that the person looking for you is not stupid. This is someone with brains, someone who thinks several moves ahead, someone who could sell ice to winter and make you thank them for it. The King of Swords reversed is a smooth talker, articulate, persuasive. The kind of person who makes you feel like everything they say is logical, even when it serves only them. And they have decided that you have something they want access to. Maybe it is your money. Maybe it is your connections. Maybe it is your talent or your platform or your energy. Maybe it is your heart. Because the King of Swords reversed can also represent someone who pursues a person not out of love, but out of strategy. Someone who sees what being close to you could do for their life and decides to position themselves as the perfect match when their real motive is access to what you carry. Spirit says this is the intention, not all of it, but the root. They want proximity to you because proximity to you benefits them, and the approach will be designed to make you feel like it was your idea to let them in. Let me pull the next card. The Five of Swords, conflict. Someone winning at someone else's expense. The aftermath of a battle where the victory was unfair. A figure holds 3 swords with a smirk. 2 others walk away defeated, swords on the ground. Spirit is telling me that this person has done this before. You are not the first person they have approached with hidden intentions. There is a pattern here. They identify someone who has something they want. They charm their way in. They take what they need and they move on, leaving confusion and damage in their wake. The Five of Swords says the people they have done this to before felt foolish afterward, not because they were foolish, because this person is exceptionally skilled at making people lower their guard. But here is the difference. Those people did not have this warning. You do. Spirit did not bring you to this reading to watch you get played. Spirit brought you here to arm you with the one thing this person's strategy cannot survive. Awareness. When you know someone is coming with an agenda, their charm loses its power, their words lose their magic, their carefully crafted approach becomes transparent. And that transparency is your shield. Let me pull one more for this section. The Three of Swords, a heart pierced by 3 swords, heartbreak, betrayal, painful truth. Spirit is showing me what happens if you let this person in without discernment. The Three of Swords says if their strategy works, if they successfully position themselves in your life without you seeing their true motives, the pain that follows is significant. Not a small disappointment, a deep wound, the kind that makes you question your own judgment, the kind that takes months to recover from. But Spirit is not showing you this to scare you. Spirit is showing you this so it does not happen. The Three of Swords is the future that gets canceled because you heard this warning and acted accordingly. This card is not your destiny. It is the destiny you avoid by staying alert, by watching who approaches, by questioning motives that seem too perfect, by trusting your gut when something feels off, even if your mind cannot explain why. Spirit says your intuition is your most valuable weapon in this situation. And right now, your intuition is being sharpened by every card in this reading. We are at the turning point of this reading. Spirit has shown us the threat. Now Spirit is showing us the protection. The moon revealed hidden motives. The Seven of Swords confirmed sneaky strategy. The King of Swords reversed identified a manipulator. The Five of Swords exposed their pattern. And the Three of Swords warned what happens if you are unaware. But you are aware now. And that changes everything. Let me pull a card. The High Priestess. Your intuition, your inner knowing, the part of you that sees what the eyes miss. She sits between two pillars, one black, one white, a veil of mystery behind her, a crescent moon at her feet. The High Priestess knows things she cannot explain. She does not need evidence. She does not need proof. She feels truth in her body before her mind catches up. Spirit pulled this card as your primary weapon when this person approaches. And they will approach, your mind might say, they seem nice, they seem genuine, they seem safe, but the High Priestess, your gut, will say something different. A tightness in your stomach, a hesitation you cannot name, a voice that whispers, something is off here. Even when everything on the surface looks perfect, listen to that voice. Not the one in your head that wants to be polite. Not the one that says, give them a chance. The one in your body. The one that does not use words. The one that just knows. The High Priestess says that voice has never been wrong. You ignored it before and paid the price. This time you listen. Let me pull the next card. The Queen of Swords. Now this is your armor. The Queen of Swords is sharp, clear-minded, impossible to deceive when she is paying attention. She sits on a stone throne, a sword raised in one hand. Her gaze is direct, unflinching. She sees through lies the way a blade cuts through paper without effort. Without hesitation. Spirit is telling you to embody this energy when this person enters your space. Be the Queen of Swords. Listen to what they say, but more importantly, listen to what they do not say. Watch for inconsistencies. Watch for stories that do not quite add up. Watch for promises that sound too good but have no substance behind them. The Queen of Swords says, ask questions, not aggressively, casually, the kind of questions that a manipulator does not expect, the kind that force them to give specific answers instead of charming generalities, because charm crumbles under specifics. A manipulator can tell you a beautiful story, but ask for details, and the story starts to crack. The Queen of Swords says, your intelligence is your greatest protection here. Use it. Stay sharp and do not let anyone disarm you with flattery. Let me pull one more. Justice. The scales, the sword, the figure who sees truth from lie with perfect precision. Spirit pulled justice to tell you two things. First, if this person's intentions are genuinely harmful, the universe will expose them. Not because you have to play detective, but because truth always surfaces. Justice says, even if you miss the signs, the universe will send someone or something that reveals the truth before real damage is done. You are protected, divinely protected. Even when you do not protect yourself, the universe has your back. But Spirit would rather you protect yourself first. Second, Justice tells me that whatever this person takes, if they manage to take anything, it comes back to you multiplied. Justice always balances the scales. What is stolen gets returned. What is lost gets replaced. And the person who caused the loss faces consequences that are proportional to the damage they inflicted. The universe does not let debts go unpaid. So even in the worst case scenario, you are not the one who ends up empty-handed. They are. Justice guarantees it. This is the final part of your reading, and Spirit is shifting from the warning to the empowerment, because this reading is not about fear. It is about power. The moon showed hidden motives. The Seven of Swords revealed strategic deception. The King of Swords reversed identified the manipulator. The Five of Swords exposed their pattern. The Three of Swords warned of potential heartbreak. The High Priestess activated your intuition. The Queen of Swords armed you with mental clarity. And Justice promised divine protection. Now, let's see how Spirit closes this. Let me pull a card. Strength. The woman and the lion. Calm, composed, holding immense power, with gentle, steady hands, not fighting the beast, taming it. Spirit pulled strength because you need to know that you are not vulnerable. I know the warning might have made you feel exposed, might have made you think you are a target, but strength says no, you are not a target. You are a force, and the reason this person is looking for you is because they recognize something powerful in you. Your energy, your light, your ability to attract good things. They want to tap into that. They want to position themselves near that power because they do not have it themselves. But the Strength card says, your power cannot be stolen. It can be borrowed. It can be imitated, but it cannot be taken from someone who knows their own worth. And that is the ultimate protection. Not walls, not paranoia, self-knowledge. Knowing what you carry, knowing what you are worth, and refusing to let anyone access your garden who has no intention of watering the flowers. Let me pull the next card. The Sun. After the warning, after the darkness, after the moon and the swords and the hidden motives, the Sun appears. Blazing light, a child on a white horse, arms wide open, sunflowers blooming, not a single shadow remaining. Spirit is telling me that regardless of who is looking for you or what they want, your outcome is bright because you heard the warning. You are aware now. You are armed now. You carry the High Priestess intuition and the Queen of Swords clarity and the Strength card power. No one gets past that combination. And the Sun says, what awaits you on the other side of this situation is joy, not stress, not betrayal, not the Three of Swords wound, joy. Because you handled it. You saw what was coming. You prepared. You did not let charm override your discernment. And because of that, you walk away untouched while they walk away with nothing, wondering how their strategy failed, not knowing that the universe warned you in advance and you listened. Let me pull the final card. The World, completion, protection sealed, the cycle handled, a figure dances inside a wreath of laurel, the four elements balanced in every corner. The world is the universe saying this situation resolves completely, cleanly, with you standing in your full power and them standing in the consequences of underestimating you. Because that is their real mistake, not the scheming, not the hidden motives. The mistake of thinking you would not see it coming, of thinking you were an easy target, of thinking they could waltz into your life, take what they wanted, and leave without consequence. The world says they chose the wrong one. You are protected. You are guided. You are surrounded by ancestors and angels who do not take kindly to people approaching their child with impure intentions. And whatever comes next, you handle it with the grace of the Empress, the sharpness of the Queen of Swords, and the quiet, devastating power of someone who knew before they even knocked. So, here is my final message. The cards warned you. Someone is looking. Someone is approaching. Someone has an intention they are not planning to share, but now you know. And knowing changes everything. Stay alert. Trust your gut. Let no one in who has not earned the right to be there. Your space is sacred. Your energy is valuable. And your discernment is the lock on the door that keeps the wrong people out and the right people in. Use it. And I want to stay with you a little longer, okay? Because there is so much more in these cards. And I don't want you to leave without hearing all of it. Let me go back, okay, to the very first thing I said, that these cards are not predicting. They are warning. And I want you to really understand the difference because it changes how you hold this whole reading. A prediction, okay, is passive. It tells you what's going to happen and leaves you to watch it unfold. But a warning is active. It hands you the power to change the outcome. Spirit didn't show you this so you could brace for something inevitable. Spirit showed you this so you could see it coming and step out of the way. And that's why, okay, I need you to hold this reading not as fear, but as a gift. Most people who get approached with hidden intentions never get a heads up. They walk in blind. But you, right now, are being handed the one advantage that changes everything you know before it happens. Let me return, okay, to the moon, because it opened this reading for a reason. And I want to sit with what it's really saying. The moon, okay, is the card of illusion, of the things that hide in the dark, of a landscape where nothing is quite what it seems. The path winds between two towers, a dog and a wolf howling at the sky, a crayfish crawling up from the murky water of the subconscious. And the reason, okay, it's so significant that Spirit opened with it is because the moon governs everything that is not being shown to you directly. The hidden motive, the smile that covers a plan, the casual conversation that's actually a strategy, the coincidence that was arranged. And I want you to trust, okay, the discomfort the moon brings, because that unsettled feeling is not paranoia, it's perception. It's the part of you that already senses something is off, finally being validated by the cards. You're not imagining it. The moon confirms there really is something beneath the surface. And I want to walk, okay, through the swords because this reading is full of them. The 7, the 5, the 3, the king reversed, the queen. And I want you to understand why so many blades came out at once. Swords, okay, are the suit of the mind, of thought, of words, of truth and deception. And when a reading fills up with them, like this one did, it's telling you that this whole situation lives in the realm of the mental, of communication, of what is said and what is cleverly left unsaid. The 7 of Swords, okay, the reader called the alert raiser, and it's the classic card of the person who takes without asking, who moves in the shadows, who tiptoes away with what isn't theirs. And its message here is not that you'll be robbed at knife point. It's subtler than that. It's someone planning to get what they want by never showing you the whole picture. And the 5 of Swords, okay, deepened it because it revealed the pattern. This person has done this before. The smirking figure holding the swords while others walk away defeated is someone who wins at other people's expense and feels no guilt about it. You are not their first, which means this isn't personal. It's just who they are, what they do, to whoever has what they want. And I want you to find, a strange comfort in that, because it means the fault was never going to be yours. The people they did this to before weren't foolish. They were targeted by someone genuinely skilled at lowering guards. The only difference between them and you is that you got the warning. And the King of Swords reversed, named who this person is: intelligent, articulate, persuasive, but morally flexible. And I want you to really register that combination because it's the dangerous one. Not a clumsy schemer you'd see coming, but a smart one. Someone who thinks several moves ahead, who can make the self-serving sound reasonable, who can make you feel like letting them in was your own idea. And that, is exactly why the reader kept returning to your intuition, because you cannot outthink a manipulator with logic alone. They're too good at logic. They'll win the argument, but they cannot beat your gut. The body knows what the mind can be talked out of. And I want to come back, to the Three of Swords, because it was the heaviest card in the reading. And I don't want its real message to get lost. The Three of Swords, the pierced heart is usually a card of heartbreak, of a wound that takes months to heal. And the reader showed it to you not as a prophecy, but as a warning of what happens only if you let this person in without discernment. And here is the crucial part, The reader said it plainly. This card is not your destiny. It is the destiny you avoid. It's the future that gets canceled the moment you heard this warning and took it seriously. The heartbreak on that card is not written for you. It's the thing you now get to step around. And I want you to hold, the power in that, because it reframes the entire reading. You are not being shown a wound you have to suffer. You are being shown a pit in the road with a lantern held over it, so your feet never have to fall in. The pain was one possible path. Awareness closes it. So every time, over the coming days and weeks, that you feel that quiet unease, that flicker of something is off, I want you to remember the Three of Swords and know that listening to that feeling is exactly how you keep that heartbreak in the realm of what could have been instead of what was. And I want to spend real time, on the High Priestess, because she is your primary weapon in all of this. The High Priestess, sits between the black pillar and the white, a veil behind her hiding a deep pool, a crescent moon at her feet, and she is the keeper of the knowing that has no words, the truth you feel in your stomach before your mind can explain it. And the reader said something, that I want you to hold on to, that this person will make your mind say they seem nice, they seem genuine, they seem safe, while your gut says something is off. And the whole reading comes down to which of those you choose to believe. And I want to be so clear, believe your body, the tightness, the hesitation, the voice with no words, because your mind can be charmed, flattered, out-argued, confused. But that quiet knowing in your body has never once been wrong. The reader said it, you ignored it before and paid the price. This time you listen. And right now, I want you to take a slow breath with me. Breathe in the clarity this reading is giving you, the awareness, the sharpened intuition, and breathe out any fear the warning stirred up, because fear is not the point. Power is, and I want to draw out, the Queen of Swords, because she is the armor the reader handed you, and I want you to actually wear it. The Queen of Swords, sits on her stone throne, sword raised, gaze direct and unflinching, and she sees through lies the way a blade cuts paper. And embodying her doesn't mean becoming cold or suspicious of everyone. It means staying clear, listening not just to words, but to what's missing from them, noticing the stories that don't quite add up. And the reader gave you, such a practical tool. Ask for specifics casually, not aggressively, because charm lives in generalities, in beautiful, vague stories, and it crumbles the moment you ask for details. A genuine person can answer the specifics. A manipulator's story starts to crack. So let your questions be the test they don't realize they're taking. And I want to sit, with justice, because it carried two promises I don't want you to forget. The first, is that even if you missed every sign, the universe would expose the truth before real damage was done. You are divinely protected. Even when you don't protect yourself, there is a net beneath you. And the second is that whatever this person tried to take, justice returns to you multiplied. The scales always balance. The debt always gets paid, and never by you. So even in the worst case, you do not end up empty-handed. They do. That is the law this reading rests on. And it means you can move through this without the frantic fear that you have to catch every single trick. You don't. The universe is watching too. And I want to close, the way the cards did, with strength, the sun, and the world, because after all the swords, all the warning, this is where it lands. Strength, reminded you that you are not a target, you are a force. The reason this person is drawn to you is that they sense your power, your light, your ability to attract good things, and they want to stand near it because they don't have it. But power like yours cannot be stolen. It can only be given. And you are the one who decides who gets access to your garden. The sun, promised that after the darkness, your outcome is bright. Not stress, not the Three of Swords wound, but joy, because you handled it, you saw it coming, you kept your discernment, and the world sealed it. Completion, protection, the cycle closed with you standing in your full power and them standing in the consequences of underestimating you. And let me gather it all up for you, One more time. The moon, hidden motives. The Seven of Swords, a sneaky agenda. The King of Swords reversed, a clever manipulator. The Five of Swords, a repeat pattern. The Three of Swords, the wound you now avoid. The High Priestess, your unerring intuition. The Queen of Swords, your mental armor. Justice, divine protection and balance. Strength, your unstealable power. The sun, your bright outcome. And the world, the whole thing resolved in your favor. So let me lay this all out one final time, slowly so it settles. Someone is looking for you, with an intention. They are not planning to share. Someone clever, someone who has done this before, someone drawn to your power because they lack their own. But you are not their easy target. You have been warned, armed with intuition, armed with clarity, wrapped in divine protection, and reminded that your power cannot be taken. So you get to watch who approaches. Trust the voice in your body. Ask the questions charm can't survive, and let no one in who hasn't earned the right to be there. One message. They thought you wouldn't see them coming, and that is exactly why they lose. And if this reading put you on alert, comment down below, "I am protected," and let the universe hear you claim it. Subscribe to Moonveil Tarot, like this reading, and share it with someone who needs this warning too. I genuinely read every comment, even the ones I can't always reply to individually. Your story becomes part of the reason this reading keeps finding the next person who needs it. Wherever you're watching this from, okay, I want you to actually feel this settle in before you go. You may have been, okay, the trusting one, the one who gives people the benefit of the doubt, the one who ignored the quiet feeling because you didn't want to seem unkind. And maybe that openness has been used against you before. And this reading found you, okay, to tell you that staying open doesn't mean staying unguarded. You can be warm and still be wise. You can be kind and still have standards for who gets close. Your discernment isn't coldness, it's self-respect. So walk forward, okay, with your eyes open and your power intact. Let the right people in, keep the wrong ones out. Trust the knowing that lives in your body and move through this with the calm, devastating certainty of someone who saw it all coming before they even knocked. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.